You can start whenever you're ready.
From 1939 to 1945, more than 6 million Jewish men, women, and children were murdered in the Holocaust. We remember that as one of the world's most horrific tragedies. We think, how could a human do such evil acts to another human being? How could others allow that to go on for so long? Well, today there's a silent Holocaust happening among us. Since Roe versus Wade in 1973, over 62 million babies have been murdered in the womb. It is often argued that a baby isn't a baby yet because it is just a clump of cells. However, I'm going to prove to you that the baby is in fact a living being and that their developmental stage do not undermine his or her life. From conception to week 3, the baby's scientific name is a zygote. According to the U.S. National Library of Medicine, the zygote contains all of the genetic information needed. So when that sperm and egg come together, in just a matter of hours, all physical characteristics are determined. Her hair color, her eye color, her skin color, their future height, their smile, their nose shape, it is all contained in that DNA. Many factors will come into play when a woman will find out she is pregnant, whether she is planning or it is a surprise. However, it is usually between 3 to 6 weeks and possibly later that she will find out. And at that 3-week mark, a baby's heartbeat does begin to beat. From weeks 4 to 10, the baby's scientific name is an embryo. According to Healthline Parenthood in 2016, the embryonic period is about the formation of important systems of the body, the baby's basic foundation and framework. So at the end of these 10 weeks, spinal cord, brain, and heart are developing. Arms and legs are growing, as you can see in this picture. Ears, eyes, hands, and feet are forming. Toes and little fingers can be seen, and all essential organs are developing. So when a woman argues that it is her body and her choice, I would say otherwise. Do we as humans have 2 heads, 2 brains, 4 arms and 4 legs, 2 sets of lungs and 2 hearts? There's a simple answer to that, and that's no. Now, there are 2 types of abortion done during this time, the abortion pill and aspiration abortion. The first is contained of 2 pills, mifepristone and misoprostol. The first pill, mifepristone, cuts off all baby's nutrient supply from the baby and starves it to death. The second pill, misoprostol, taken 24 to 48 hours after, induces contractions and expels the baby's dead body from the mother's womb. According to the FDA, bleeding usually lasts 9 to 16 days. 8% of women bleed more than 30 days, and 1% of women require hospitalization because of heavy bleeding. As of December 31st, 2018, the FDA reported a total of 24 deaths from the abortion pill. The second is a first trimester suction D&E. This is where a suction catheter is inserted into the mother's uterus to extract the preborn baby. From weeks 11 to birth, the baby's scientific name is a fetus. The definition of a fetus, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, is a developing human from usually 2 months of conception to birth. This is the third type of abortion, a second trimester surgical abortion, dilation, and evacuation. This is Dr. Anthony Levatino. He is an OB/GYN specialist and a former abortionist. He has performed over 1,200 abortions. I would like for him to explain to you what takes place in a D&E abortion. Can you hear that, everyone?
It's very quiet, so you want to turn it up on your end.
I have it all the way up.
Make sure that you have enabled sound with your video.
No, I don't know. I don't.
Go to your screen share settings and press share sound
So
in Zoom.
yeah, if I go to advanced options, let's see. It doesn't let me do it for you, but when you click share screen, there's in the bottom left-hand corner, it says share computer sound. Click on share screen and you'll see it. Yeah, you have to just click on it again. There you go.
Okay.
And just so you know, you're at 3:54. I stopped your time for now.
Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry. I
No,
did not know.
it's okay. It's okay. This is technical stuff. We're working with it.
Okay.
Second trimester D&E abortions performed between roughly 14 and 24 weeks of gestation. Your patient today is 17 years old. She's 22 weeks pregnant. Her baby is the length of your hand plus a couple of inches. And she's been feeling her baby kick for the last several weeks, but she's asleep on an operating room table. You walk into that operating room scrubbed and gowned, and after removing laminaria, you introduce a suction catheter into the uterus. This is a 14 French suction catheter. If she were 12 weeks pregnant or less, basically the width of your hand or smaller, you could basically do the entire procedure with this. But babies this big don't fit through catheters this size. After suctioning the amniotic fluid out from around the baby, you introduce an instrument called a Sofer clamp. It's about 13 inches long. It's made of stainless steel. The business end of this clamp is about 2.5 inches long and a half-inch wide. There are rows of sharp teeth. This is a grasping instrument. When it gets a hold of something, it does not let go. A D&E procedure is a blind abortion, so picture yourself introducing this and grabbing anything you can blindly and pull, and I do mean hard, and out pops a leg about that big, which you put down on the table next to you. Reach in again, pull out an arm about the same length, which you put down on the table next to you. And use this instrument again and again to tear out the spine, the intestines, the heart and lungs. Head on the baby that size is about the size of a large plum. Can't see it, but you pretty good idea you've got it if you've got your instrument around something and your fingers are spread about as far as they go. You know you did it right if you crush down on the instrument and white material runs out of the cervix. That was the baby's brains. Then you could pull out skull pieces. And you have a day like I had a lot of times, sometimes a little face comes back and stares back at you. Congratulations, you just successfully performed a second trimester D&E abortion. You just affirmed her right to choose.
That's the reality of it, guys. It's murder, and I just wish that more people would know and understand the reality of it. The fourth type of abortion, third trimester induction abortion, injection, and stillbirth. This is usually called, again, a late-term abortion, and is done 25 weeks to term. Now, a 25-week-old baby in this picture is usually how a premature baby is born. So they can survive outside the womb by themselves. Granted, they may have health problems, but it is possible. My cousin was a premature baby. This abortion takes 3 or 4 days to complete because the baby is almost fully developed. A liquid called digoxin is ingested into the uterus and causes the baby to go into cardiac arrest. So this baby dies from a heart attack, and the mother, in a few days, gives birth to a dead body. In conclusion, I ultimately believe that abortion is wrong because God created each life with value, born and unborn. As those of us who are already born, it is our responsibility to speak out for those that don't have a voice yet. Just as we protect dogs, we've got to protect their puppies. As we protect trees, we've got to protect the human race. We must protect the zygote, the embryo, and the fetus, which in all is the baby, a human life.